Everybody always want to know how you get your drums so crispy. How do your drums hit like that? How do you get that sound? What's the mixing secret to get your drums like that? I'm gonna tell you today. What's good, everyone? It's Chambers from chambersmixedit.com, and today I'm gonna be showing you guys how to get your drums crispy, especially on the cookup videos that I've done. A lot of the comments are people saying, "How do you do that?" And then I see like a whole discussion of people like saying what they think it is. I'm gonna explain to you guys today. Also, I have news with the online class. I've been getting some emails and DMs about people who want to join the online class, but it's difficult for them to afford. So what I've done is created new subscription plans for the online class. This way, there are more affordable options for people who want to join the online class. Right now, I have 3 main plans. Of course, the most popular one is the full access plan. You get access to everything, every single video in the catalog, all the sound kits, everything you could possibly get from the online class. That's what you get in the full access subscription plan. I've created the essentials bundle, which is all the basics and advanced courses. So that's the music theory basics class, the drums, the mixing, the structuring, and then we have advanced music theory. And tomorrow I'm putting out the advanced drums course, which will also be a part of the essentials bundle. Make sure you check that out. And the third plan I've created is the production bundle. And with that, you'll get all of the production videos. So that's the 3 trap courses, the 2 R&B courses, and the 2 drill courses. So those are the 3 plans that I have out now, all at different prices with different amounts of content. You pretty much pick what you want. So go check that out at chamberscourses.com. Remember, a brand new course is dropping tomorrow, advanced drums course. We're in Wii Sports Resort today, and this is the beat that we're going to be using. You see how the drums already have a nice punch, a nice hit, a nice crisp to it? That's what we're going to be discussing today. First off, tip number 1, that is your sound selection. The drums that you use matter. You can't really get that crispy sound with just any drums. You have to be very specific with your 808 selection, your hi-hat selection, all that type of stuff, because different sounds work with each other in different ways sonically. So for this example, I'm using the Undeniable drum kit, probably my best trap drum kit out. The sounds are already mixed and everything, so I promise you, if you're using that drum kit, you're going to have drums that hit. I'll leave a link in the description and in the comment section for you. Sound selection wise, I'm choosing to use 808-1, which is a very short 808. You know, it's like a quick hit. And when you have an 808 like that, it's just like a quick boom, boom, as opposed to like, I don't know, a drill 808 that's like held out for a longer period of time. The shorter, more impactful 808s are always going to contribute more to that crispy sound. It's always great to layer it with an open hi-hat that pretty much matches each hit of the 808. Not everyone, but like in this case, I match it with the first 3 hits. Look at this. That's the technique I definitely like to use, and that's open hi-hat 1 out of my drum kit. Third thing that's important with your sound selection is your closed hi-hat. I'm using hi-hat 3 out of my drum kit, and generally with closed hi-hats, you want something that's really tight. You know, you don't want one that's like tss, tss. You want it. And that leads us to our second most important tip with getting drums like this, which is waveform manipulation. So you have your sound selected, but it doesn't stop there. Manipulating the drum samples that you're using can make a big difference. So the main thing that I'm talking about in the sampler is the out knob. This thing right here can make all the difference. Let's say you have a long 808 and you want to shorten it. What you would do is up the out knob. See how it makes it shorter? You don't really have to do anything with this 808 because it's already short, but sometimes with longer 808s, I'll just up the out knob. Especially with like Detroit or Flint beats, you got 808s that are fast hitting and like very frequent. You have to have it short like that. So that's when I put the out knob up. Open hi-hat wise, I do the same thing. So with this open hat for my drum kit, I'm upping the out knob up to here. Without any out knob, it's like this. But I'll put it up. See how it becomes more of like a shorter burst in the open hi-hat, and that pairs well with the short burst of the 808. So it matches that like explosive hit. It's very short. Closed hi-hats also. Let's look at that. See how I have the out knob up? This is the 3rd hi-hat in the Undeniable drum kit. So without any out, it sounds like this. See, that's what I said you don't want. Like that. That's what it sounds like. You want the tight. So you bring that out knob up, and you can look at the waveform here and see the effect that it has. So up the out knob. See how we tighten up the hi-hat? If we were to like overdo it, that's too much. You still want to have like a certain amount of body in the hi-hat. It can't just be the very like beginning part. Like you still want some of the, like that's a good level, right? Now pair that with the 808 and open hi-hat. and that's just messing with the out knob in the sampler. If you want to learn about all these other functions, I have a whole course video about it on my online class, chamberscourses.com. Go check it out. It would be in the drum basics course. So far we've covered sound selection and waveform manipulation. Next, we're going to go over mixing. Let's head into the mixer here. I feel like this is where most people get really tied up and confused. The internet really doesn't help because someone could write a whole paragraph about using side chaining and blah, blah, blah. And the other person's like, no, it's all about distortion. It's very easy to get confused out there. But I'm going to show you what I do to get my drums to sound like this. The 808, I always put it in mono because I want it to go straight down the middle. Unless I'm doing like a more like FX sounding 808. Sometimes I'll add saturation knob. And what I do is put it on keep low. It's a low end instrument, it's the 808. And I just add a little bit, like barely anything, and that will saturate the 808 a little bit. The stock plugin for FL I recommend for that is probably Fruity Wave Shaper. What you want to do is grab this middle point and, you know, turn it up like that just a little bit, and that'll get you some saturation on the 808. The hi-hat, all I'm doing is cutting the low ends, and same thing with the open hi-hat. And of course with the music, you also want to have that low end cut, so none of the low end frequencies in the music can clash with your 808. And that takes us to the master track, the one that everyone wants to know about. And I'm sure I've discussed this in videos I've done in the past, but we will go over it again. I have nothing. Literally nothing. Look at this. Absolutely nothing on my master track. And now come all the comments about, you're clipping, you're in the red, you're not doing it right. I just imagine those people. They're always like in the corner of a room, like pointing, hey! The reason the drums sound crispy like that and they have that hit like that is because they are clipping a little bit. Like, look at the master track. It's way over 0. Yeah, we're clipping. Does that mean anything to me? No. Unless it sounds like this, and I'm gonna warn whatever device you're on right now, turn the volume down, like a lot. Just turn it down, okay? 3, 2, 1. Yeah. As long as it doesn't sound like that. And then people are going to say, but you can't have an artist record on that because it's clipping. And well, like, listen to like half the trap music in the industry, dark trap beats, stuff like that. You always hear that crispy sound like this. And the artist always sounds fine on it, right? That's just what the sound is today for certain types of beats. This doesn't mean do this for like any type of beat. But yeah, those are my 3 main tips for getting crispy drum sounds. 1, sound selection. Go check out the Undeniable Drum Kit. It's my go-to. You will get drums like this if you get that kit. 2, waveform manipulation. Tweak the out knob. And 3, your mixing. Very minimal, just cutting low end or using saturation, putting things in mono, and just basic leveling. So remember, if you're interested in learning more advanced drum techniques or more about the sampler, more about mixing, any of this type of stuff, go check out my online class, chamberscourses.com. I have new subscription plans available based on what you want, and I'd be glad to have you join as a member. All links in the comment section and in the description. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.